Ahoy! And oh boy, was I hoping I would not have to make this video, because this is not particularly great news. So on Reddit, we had a bunch of different threads talking about the name saving, name changing, and all that stuff that's going to happen on release. And Mindless Zombie 99991 got a dev response, or got a community manager response, and even after I saw that, I wasn't sure if this is like the final response they have. So they asked again about how the situation is with securing names at launch, and the first reply we got was this. So, hey, thanks for reaching out. Names within New Worlds are currently global, meaning first come, first served, and are locked to an account for a short amount of time, even if the character is deleted. However, the system works described above means that you could jump onto a server, create a character, lock your name to your account, and then jump out of the game, and you would be all set, so you don't actually need to wait in the queue or go to the starting beach to get your name. So you really just make the character. All of the bonuses from pre-orders are account bound, so even if you create a character to reserve your name and then delete said character, you'll still get the bonuses. So the bonuses part is good. The problem is, obviously, what everyone is concerned about, that everyone will jump on the EU servers, completely clog them up, just to make a reservation for their name. That's because the EU servers are going up first, and, well, if you are late, if your server goes up 5 hours later, then you probably won't get your name, especially if you have a relatively generic name. So, so far, this sounded like okay-ish, because you can, just create the character and not do anything else, and maybe it'll not affect the server to the same degree. But then there was a further response from New World Muximania from the staff. So this is a New World community team member, and they haven't posted this anywhere else but on Reddit. So this is a bit bizarre as well to me that they haven't publicly posted about this, because I'm thinking this is a relatively big concern for a lot of people. So they're saying we have seen a lot of confusion regarding names and how it works, and we want to make things smoother for launch. We're looking for ways, but we aren't sure it could be a quality solution by then. So they basically hadn't considered this quickly enough, I suppose, and only really caught onto this with this being brought up by everyone. And they seem to be working on a solution, but they don't know if it will be ready. They have ideas how to address it, but yeah, well, they would keep us updated, but for now, this is the statement we have. And previously it was just like, yeah, wait for a statement, but I feel like this is as close to a statement as we will possibly get, especially since they're not talking about it publicly. They say, we understand that folks are frustrated and wanted to provide a clear as possible response here. And that is, names within New World are currently global, again, meaning first come, first served, are locked to an account for a short amount of time, even after the character is deleted. The interesting thing is they say it's locked to an account, which brings me to the question, if I deleted a character with a particular name, is that name immediately cleared up for me? Because I feel like it's not. So far, I'm pretty sure it was not. So far, I think if you deleted a character with a particular name, you'd have to wait, which leads to more complications. So you delete your character on EU and you create it wherever you want to create it, and then you can't immediately start playing, which is another thing for people. They want to rush as early as possible. Because then you have to wait for your name to unlock again, and you don't know how long that takes. That may be changed by now, and it may just be that you can immediately create that name again on another server. But yeah, they are a bit vague about this because they just say it's tied to the account. So that's the one problem. And then the second problem is company names are also global, but not locked to an account. Once a company is deleted, removed, or renamed, the names become available immediately. This is a much bigger problem, in my opinion, not because of, company names having a higher value or something. I guess they do to some degree. A lot of big names are already public. But more so because companies can only be created once you've played the game for a bit. So you have to get to a certain level. You have to get to around level 8. You have to join a faction in order to create a company, which means every company owner from other regions that wants to reserve a particular company name and maybe is a bigger company and is known, like any of the big teams really that have already announced where they're going to be and what they're going to do, will have to play on EU, will have to play to level 8, and will have to create that company to secure the name, which means there will be a bunch of players that don't really want to play on EU and are just there to secure the company name and are clogging up their servers from all over the world. And that, of course, is far from ideal. So yeah, they are looking to find a way to solve this, but so far I'm really not sure if that's going to happen. I really hope it's going to happen, but I do think that this is something that could lead to a lot of frustration for everyone involved. This leads to frustration for the people who have to get up in the middle of the night in order to access the servers, and it leads to frustration for the EU players who will have a laggy experience maybe, or a worse experience in some ways, because there are a bunch of players that don't really care about playing on their servers but will be on their servers initially. So yeah, very, very weird. Now, the question is how to solve that if they can't find a more effective solution in time. And obviously, what a lot of people are saying is, well, maybe don't do a staggered launch then. Maybe just launch everywhere at the same time. And I guess that would be logical, but I'm also feeling that now that the launch times are announced, they are probably not going to shift them anymore. So yeah, we'll really have to see how that plays out and what direction they will go with it. I'm hoping they find a better solution than this, because this is almost worst case scenario in my opinion. And I feel like there should be some ways to make this better. Maybe like create some external name reservation, for all I know. Whatever is possible within the systems that they have, like a pre-character creator. I don't know. It's just anything that'll allow them to not have this situation where everything has to be like immediately grabbed on launch, which would make a lot of people frustrated, especially those who don't know about it and come in a little bit late, and then they're like, why is every name that I use or every similar name already taken? Anyways, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, if you sub button, maybe the bell, feel free to check out my other New World videos. I will, of course, keep you updated if the situation changes, as well as going for a bunch of guides in the next days. Hope to see you for the next one soon. Duke Sloth, out.